we believe it's not possible to eliminate games from organizations, but clearly some organizations have more and others have less, and it is possible to reduce the games being played. So our clients have typically found great value in reducing games when developing leaders, by training and coaching people on their way to higher levels of management, or when developing high-performance teams by improving team dynamics, and when leading large-scale change programs by identifying the games preventing the change and accelerating a culture transformation. So let me focus on how this can be accomplished at an individual level. At an individual level, games are often unconscious, and even when they are conscious, they are not really thought of as games. So over time, games have become habits, and these habits have become accepted, and we often live in a trance, either accepting or no longer realizing what is taking place around us. So the games no longer arouse us, they have submerged. So the first step is what we call awakening. So how do you become conscious of the games that are being played and the games that you're playing? So we need to become aware that phrases like, I know it makes sense, but our senior VP wants it, or don't bring up XYZ in the meeting, it's a touchy subject, are signs that games are at work destroying value. Then the second step is making the choice to behave differently. So it's to resist the many payoffs that game playing appears to offer, to make the apparently risky choice for what we call intimacy, so which is the opposite of game playing. This choice must be made at both an intellectual level, so thinking through the long-term effects of game playing, and emotionally, so I can feel it's enough, I don't want to play the game anymore. And then finally, after the choice, it needs to be executed. So the games need to be called, or interrupted, and more meaningful dialogues need to replace the games. And we call these three steps the ACE model: awakening to the games, choosing not to play, and executing by approaching organizational life in a more intimate way. We can also look at games at an organizational level. So companies, they build up patterns of games, specific configurations of linked games that we're calling a company's ecology of games. For example, if sandbagging is played in a company, often victim is also being played, as I explained before. In one company we studied, many country managers were playing rubber stamp, where they hired a consultant approved by the CEO just to make sure that they were not made responsible for the decisions taken. As they lost trust on these country managers, headquarters then started playing central approval, controlling headcount, expenses, and investments at a micro level. They were then surprised when an initiative to improve customer responsiveness at the local level completely failed. So we believe that companies need to take into account this ecology of games if they want to engage in any organizational change. It is critical to reflect on the source of this ecology, which is a deeply embedded corporate theme that influences the games people typically play in a given company, if any transformation is to be successful. And we explore more of these organizational games DNA in our book.